Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Monday. All right, guys. Well, if you missed our hot messy topics today with Ashley from Taste of Reality, definitely go back. I know you guys have been asking me about Ashley and Amani. Amani, unfortunately, today she wasn't able to come, which, sometimes things happen. And I believe she had other work engagements, which we totally understand. But we love the Taste of Reality girls. And anytime we get somebody to come on and collaborate, we're just like more than ecstatic. But with this, we're not back to talk about hot, messy topics. If you guys did not see it, then go be a part of the replay crew. We're back to talk about the fact that Jax Taylor is caught again in his rage texting fits, and Brittany again is calling him out. So I'm like, what in the f- is actually happening? So before we jump in, if you guys haven't, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and let's jump right in. All right, guys. So before we get back into it, everybody is always asking me, and I appreciate you guys. I think it's the nicest compliment, but about my skin, it's not really a secret. I share it with you guys all the time. It is my Blue Mean Face Pro 2.0. So with the press of a button, I can change the settings here, and it uses these little microcurrents, and you can hear it. Feels like and sounds like a massage. It does feel like a massage, but it uses the microcurrents to lift, illuminate, rejuvenate your skin, and take all the inflammation out. So the best part about it is normally it's $300. If you guys click on my link in the description, you get $200 off. And if you don't absolutely love it and it doesn't reduce your double chin, then Blue Mean will give you 100% of your money back. And that, my friend, is something that I can get behind. But thank you to Breaking the Rules Pod Clips. We have some shit to talk about starting here.
I didn't land in Miami, but something funny happened last night. I didn't land in Miami until like 5:30. So I'm here with my publicist, Lori. So Lori and I go to dinner at the hotel last night, and it's just her and I at a two-top table, literally 2 seats at our table, and we're having dinner and just a couple drinks, and then we go back to the room. I was in bed by like 11:30 last night because today is such a big day for me. So I didn't want to stay out drinking or doing anything like that, even though I'm in Miami. I wanted to take it easy, just have a nice dinner and go back to the room, get to bed early. I wake up this morning to Jax texting me and got somewhat freaking out, saying that, showing me a picture of a DM that he got from this girl. And the DM says, had dinner across from your ex. She was with a brunette and some guys. Where are you at, Jax? And it is just so funny to me because there was not a guy in sight. Not a single one was around us, nothing. So it's just so crazy that people will literally just say anything to get a reaction. And of course, that gets Jax a reaction. Even though we're separated, our divorce is final soon, it doesn't matter. Like, he still wants to know where I'm at, what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. And it's a whole thing that I go through almost every single day, which I should not have to go through that. But that wasn't even true. It was literally just me and Lori. They got the brunette part right, but it's crazy that they just added in that there was guys there. Yeah, I think that they probably just wanted to rile him up. And at the same time, I'm like, thank you. Because even though it was a bold-faced lie, Jax is getting a little piece of like my medicine that I get every single day almost with DMs and stuff. But my DMs come with receipts and they're actually true photos and this and that. This one was just completely out of pocket, but still, it's kind of like, now you know how it feels because we ain't the same. So, but something funny happened last night.
Okay, so I do want to say this too. With her saying that, I think the difference is it would be so different if you were actually still in your marriage with that person. She's not. There's no intention of being in a marriage with him. Yes, she is not divorced yet. Yes, the divorce is not finalized. However, that is the route that she is going. She's actively pursuing it. And I kind of look at it like, what else do you want the girl to do? Like, she's allowed to do whatever she wants. You taped cards over cameras in the house. She protected you and got rid of the Ring camera footage. You had a girl in her bed that sent her photos in her bed. I guess my question is, why do you feel like you have any sort of right to ask her anything or right to her life or to anything that she's doing? I feel like that's not appropriate, but that's maybe just me. But hold on, it continues.
Apparently, Jax said that he's never fought with me sober, and that's a complete lie.
95, maybe even 98% of the time Brittany and I got in an argument, I was intoxicated or she was intoxicated.
Yeah, or both.
Both.
And then
we never, ever got into a fight when we were sober. Never.
Right?
Isn't that crazy?
No.
So that part bothered me a bit because I'm like, don't just like say I feel like sometimes things are just said to make him feel better or like want to look better in the public eye. But like, obviously, we have fought sober. Like, we still fight to this day here and there. And he is supposedly sober for over 100, almost 200 days. And it's like, we still get in arguments. We still fight. So I'm not sure why he said that, because that's not true whatsoever. So I will say that because I feel like people know that though. Like if they hear that, they're going to be like, come on, you guys don't fight sober. He was supposedly sober the morning he went to rehab. We were fighting. Like there's just so many other things that happen. And I just wanted to clear that part up because come on. Apparently Jax said.
Okay. So that part too, I just want to say, that would be kind of annoying. I think, in my opinion, if you have somebody who is constantly putting stuff out there and sharing their side, and that side benefits you, and also it's sort of like what I call a nice nasty. It's like the side benefits you, but then you also have the opportunity to delve into what you're saying and kind of make yourself look like, I'm not a victim. I'm owning it. I just wish that she would own it. It's such a strategic way to influence the audience and the fan base to look at her and be like, oh, well, he said that you guys always fight when you're like messed up or you're not sober or you're engaging in whatever substances. So, at least he's owning it, Brittany. Why aren't you? But then she made a great point. It's like, well, you said that you were sober on the day that you were going into rehab. So if you were sober on the day that you're going into rehab, we watched that fight. We watched it on TV. You guys clearly were at each other's throats. This doesn't really make a whole lot of sense what you're saying, unless in fact you were not sober. And I pointed out a couple times, I've heard from multiple people that this season of The Valley, because mind you, the cast, they got to see the entire season really, really quick. I think after like the third episode, because you have Nia and also Kristen Doty, who are expected to give birth like anytime. And so they wanted to make sure that they were both going to be available and able to attend the reunion. But then when I look at it, I'm like, from what I was told, they said it just gets like more and more dark throughout the season. Do I believe that? Yeah. How could you not believe it? It looks like it's going to just take like a complete left turn. So I think that the show is going to get canceled. I don't. But then also, you sit there and you see some of the other shows that are coming out and some of the other, like new franchises that are being birthed by Bravo. And you're like, oh, well, you have your hands full and you guys need to come and you guys need to deliver, because if you don't, what's going to happen is all of this shit's going to be taken away from you again for some of them. And then there goes that paycheck. And then what do you do after that? You guys have already seen what it looks like to be kicked off of Vanderpump Rules. What do you do when the paycheck is gone? And it's a good question, but I don't know. I want to hear what you guys think, especially about Brittany calling out Jax and also the rage text. Again, it's like, what is going on? Pop off in the comment section, guys. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And don't forget to check out our Blue Mean Face Bro 2.0, because this little baby is going with me everywhere. So love you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.